Hey there, my name is Dr. Nought, and this is Sorcery, Part 1, from Steven Jackson. Alright, so today we are going into Kakhabad. Kakhabad. Let's go. We have to draw our little line, and we shall continue. The path winds through slopes of wild scrubland. The countryside is deserted, and the eerie silence is broken only by the cawing of the occasional crow. There is a spell for hearing what they say, but you do not have the equipment it requires. The birds appear to pause in the air to examine you as they pass. They make you uneasy, as if you were an intruder in their presence. Guess we'll keep walking. Barely an hour beyond the wall, and the air begins to grow foul. The Shamutanti Hills are infested with the pestilence of the Baklands. It saps the energy from your body, leaving you feeling nauseous and weak. Let's cover our mouth. You cover your mouth with your neck scarf, but it does no good. They warned you of this. You will grow accustomed to it the longer you are out here, but for the moment, you must be very careful. Your maximum stamina just decreased? You can see your stamina at the top of the screen. If this reaches 0, you'll be too tired to carry on. Stamina can be regained up to the maximum by eating rations or resting. Wait, so we just went down to 10. Oh my. So now our total is 10. So we can travel the cross country in the Canto Pani gates. Wait, no, that's what this is. If I zoom out, Canto Pani, there's a little town here. How far can we zoom out? Oh, we got the whole Shamutanti Hills at our disposal. Or we head over to the low rise. Let's go this way. Oh, I can kind of zigzag or something. Probably the less steps, the better, I would assume. Another hour passes, and you crest a small hillock, from the top of which you can see the path continuing downwards into a small settlement of huts. This must be Canto Pani. Let's look at the village. From this distance, it's hard to make out much about the town, except that it must be desperately poor. The fields on either side are brown with caked mud, and the few penned animals are thin and wizened like thirsty vines. No wonder the Sightmaster warriors don't trouble themselves to protect this place. There is nothing here to protect. So we could avoid the village, or go there. I want to actually go there. Let's go there. Of course, if you were scared of a town like Canto Pani, then you could not hope to survive in Kakhabad proper. You follow the path down into town. The round huts are made of a hard-baked, bright clay, and the roofs are thinly thatched. As you pass, eyes appear at dark doorways, tracking your every move. For a moment, it seems like this will be all you see of the town's inhabitants. But then, a villager appears from one of the dwellings and blocks your path. Let's just look at him. He is 5 feet tall. They cannot grow much taller out here in this poisonous air. He has thick-set arms and thighs and is half-clothed in tattered breeches. His eyes are wild, and his long red hair and beard stand out from his face in a wiry tangle. "Halt, stranger!" he commands. "What business have you in Canto Pani?" "I am merely passing through," you reply calmly. "There is no need to be concerned." But the villager is not content. "Passing through to where?" he replies, wild eyes gleaming. "There's nothing out there that any honest man should want to see." "I'm on my way to Kharé," you say. "I have never traveled this road before." "I have myself never left this village," the man declares with pride. "Although I can tell you there are 2 paths ahead, but my advice is not free. You must have money on you. For a gold piece, I'll tell you what I know." "Sure. I'll pay your fee," you reply, handing over a coin. The man takes your money gratefully, with a nod, and hides it away in a pouch at his waist. "I'm glad to help you, traveler," he says. "Know that beyond Canto Pani there are 2 ways. The low path leads through the Vale of Elven, and unless you are ready for elven ways, for they are mischievous and magical, you had better avoid it. The highway," he gestures upwards with a hand, "will take you into the hills and past the Shankar mines. Lots of treasure there, they say, but you must keep your head if you take this path." And he laughs. Why do you laugh? There is something you're not telling me. The man doesn't reply, other than to draw a finger slowly across his throat. Tell me what you mean. The man stares at you with wide eyes, then shakes his head quickly and whispers, I would curse myself if I did. You curse yourself by staying silent, you answer, hand settling on your sword hilt. The man stands fast a moment, his eyes locked on yours. Then a moment later, he has darted away. The rest of the hut stay still and silent. Their inhabitants have witnessed the scene and are content to leave you be. You stride on into the very center of the village. There are a few larger houses here. Even Canto Pani has its nobility, it seems. The only spot of interest is a small inn offering food for sale. Let's enter it. We might get into a brawl, but that's typical, isn't it? You head inside. The place is just a low table and a black iron pot above a stove. A woman watches you with wide, fearful eyes. I'm not gonna take stew. We're gonna get into a fight. Greet the woman. Look at me, wench, you declare coldly. Well, okay, I didn't mean to greet her like that. I was gonna be like, heyo, how's it going? You will feed me now. It's 1 gold piece for the stew, she replies, voice shaking. I will take some stew. Wait, why did I do that? Oh, damn it. You pay the woman a gold piece, and she hands you a steaming bowl. The broth inside is a thick paste of lentils, spices, and hunks of meat, but it is not bad for all that. Once finished, you leave without another word. You head out of Canto Pani and along the path into the Shamutanti Hills. The reason I asked why I do that is my stamina is completely full, so I just paid 1 gold for basically nothing. Alright, that was wonderful. Good stew. Striding past the outlying huts, you send the villagers rushing indoors to hide. Then, at the edge of town, you pass a large boulder, and at once 2 rough-cut villagers spring out with swords drawn. Bandits. 2 against 1, the first declares. You're lost, calls the other, so hand over your things. Come on. Let's reason. I'm not handing that. Are you kidding me? You don't want any trouble, you declare. The first bandit edges forward, a sword tickling... Wait, what? A sword tickling at your chest? What? You're poking me with it? Running you through? No trouble at all. The pack. Let's go. You draw yourself to your full height. You have mistaken me for someone else, you declare. You will suffer for that mistake. The bandits growl and advance on you. 1 on either hand. Ooh, I can cast a spell? What do we have here? Wait, I don't know my spells! Can I check my book before I do this? Wait, what happened? I think I have to continue here. Let me take a look at my... Creates a lightning bolt from the fingertip. Creates a protective force field. So, this creates a barrier wall... Wait. Defensive. Defensive. Law. Casting spell at a non-intelligent attacking creature now. Dumb. When cast at a creature holding an object, such as a weapon, this spell will make the creature clumsy and uncoordinated. Should we try dumb? Dumb or... let's see. Not big. Walk? I don't want to pay a gold. Gold coin, which is placed in the cast. When the spell's cast, it will transform into an invisible metal shield. Coin will be lost. Huh. Dop. Open any locked door. I don't need that. The spell may be cast when the caster suspects a trap. Oh, okay, so suspect 6. So let's do dumb or 6. There's multiple images of the caster. That's interesting. Let's try it. No, that's not what I wanted. Let's see. What do I do now? I click on myself. There we go. Let's see what we can cast. If I can do dumb or 6, we'll do that. Oh, I can't do it. So let's just do the and do fog. Oh, I don't want to do fog. Let's do foff. 3 stamina. There's nothing I can do with that one. Interesting, so we can just figure out what we can do. No, I didn't pick an F, I picked a J. Alright, let's not do this. Let's fight! The first bandit closes on you, cackling and grinning. Time to put this creature in its place. Indeed we shall. I'm just gonna come out and go crazy here. Get out of town. You should have made things easier for yourself, the bandit goads and launches forward with his sword. You go straight for his throat, knocking him back hard. The smile on his face splits into a cry. The bandit stops and coughs blood onto the earth. He narrows his eyes in readiness. Let's defend. Yeah, there we go. That's not bad. You drop back, raising your sword to protect your body. He comes at you regardless. You toss his heavy blow aside, leaving him panting. You are safe. Let's crush him. Bye-bye. Enough of this. You go for his throat with all your strength. The bandit gasps his last as you run him through. 1 stamina lost. Skilled swordplay. I'm gonna try again. The second bandit takes one look at his dead colleague and turns and makes a run for it. Let's take him down. You immediately give chase. He will not get away so easily after trying to rob you. After a few minutes of scrambling between rocks, you have him cornered. You draw your sword and grin maliciously. The second bandit cries out, but is ready to fight if he must. Let's do the same thing. Ooh, nice. Get out. The death of his friend seems to send the second bandit flying into a rage. He starts to scream wildly as he hurtles forward. You raise your own sword for a brutal attack and knock him to the floor. The bandit can barely find his balance. The bandit shifts his grip on his sword. How much can we do here? 4.5? Let's just defend. Oh, we could have taken him out. Darn. You drop into a defensive stance as the bandit swings with great force. You parry in a flash of sparks. You adjust your grip and square your shoulders. Let's go. He's gone. He looks down at his friend's body, and you seize the moment to strike, and swing with expert precision and all of your strength. Your strike is more than the bandit can take. He falls to the ground, quite dead. 1 stamina lost. Skilled swordplay. The fight is over. You clean your weapon and regain your breath. Let's search the bodies. You search through the bandits' pockets but find nothing, not even a single gold piece. Their clothing is ragged and rough, worse than animals. You leave their bodies for the beasts to pick, clean, and set off again. For about half an hour, the way becomes an uphill incline. Climb into the hills. Into the hills. Leaving Canto Pani behind marks the true start of the wilderness. Beyond that tiny outpost, there are scattered homesteads and Kharé, a thriving city port, but all are touched by cruelty, isolation, and fear. The backlands and the long shadow cast by Mampang Fortress darken everything. Let's reflect, and with the crown gone, and with the crown stolen, things can only grow worse. In the long years since Chalana, the reformer, founded the Alliance, the crown has been passed from kingdom to kingdom every 4 years, ensuring each one has its turn to lead, but no more. Ruddlestone, Lendoland, Galantaria, and Bryce have all enjoyed its power, but not Analand. But when the crown came to Analand, it was stolen by birdmen from Zaman and carried off to Mampang. With the crown, the Archmage will be unstoppably powerful. There is no chance of sending an army against him. A military force would not survive the journey. So here you are, a lone hero, walking the long path to Mampang alone. 5 minutes later, you reach a fork in the road. This is just as the villager described, so at least your coins were not wasted. So we can go to the fork in the road, and we know that the mines we could get killed. The other way, there are tricksters and thieves. The road splits around the base of a gigantic tree, but does not rejoin on the other side. The left path winds down into a valley, and the right rises up a slope towards the first thick forest of the hills. Let's look left. Actually, let's look each direction. It's hard to see much further uphill. The forest is sudden and thick, and the path narrow. It may be hard going in that direction, but the hills will involve a lot of climbing eventually. You may get a decent view of the next leg from the top of the ridge. You pause to consider the lower route. There is a river there, and the path follows a left bank. It is a safer route, secluded and protected. The curve of the landscape would mean you were almost backtracking. You are about to make your choice when you hear a faint cry from somewhere close at hand. Let's look around. You look around, then finally up into the branches of the tree. A pair of wizened, calloused feet are dangling down over your head. About to drop on you, perhaps? Who's there? You call. The voice cries again, a little more boldly this time. Up here! Help! Help! I can't get down! It is the voice of a feeble, wiry old man. Stepping back a little, you can see him clearly, as thin as sticks, and dressed in dirt rags. So here he is. Nice. So the thing is, we could leave him and we could avoid a lot of this confrontation, and I could have more stamina and more gold and whatnot. But I'm kind of curious to see what happens, and it's kind of interesting to explore the world, even if it is a trap and stuff. So I'm gonna probably do more things than not, unless I'm gonna get killed. So let's try helping him down. Actually, let's ask him, what are you hiding from? Oh, the old man got up the tree as a puzzle. He must have been escaping someone fearsome to climb so high. What are you hiding from? You cry. Damned elvins, he replies. I were traveling from Dumpus to the outpost settlement in Analand, but I were waylaid by elvins, robbed me blind, all but took me eyes, and left me up the tree. I keep getting older, you see. We all do, but some worse than others. Climbed up, but now I'm too old to get down. How long have you been up there, dude? What do you mean, too old? Alright, let's help him out. Swinging yourself onto the lowest branch of the tree, you reach up and grab the old man by the waist. He is as light as a leaf, and within a moment you have lifted him to the ground. Thanks for that, he remarks, brushing himself down and almost knocking himself over in the process. I was just starting to get a bit, perturbed. But I'm on the safe now. He seems remarkably confident, considering that the slightest stumble might break him into bits. What do I get in return? You demand. The old man nods. Only fair. He presses a page into your hand. It is a page torn from a spell book. This might be of some use to you. I found this. Just found it, mind, and don't go asking how. But it's no good to me anymore. Let's look at it. You look the page over suspiciously. It seems to be half of a spell, CA something, that might have been used for pest repulsion, but it is unworkable in its current state. Let's keep it. You take the page and put it into your pack. The man falls quiet and squats down on the ground. With his jabbering done, you hear a buzzing sound from high up in the tree. A beehive. Okay, let's just climb up and investigate. Leaving the old man sighing with gratitude on the ground, you climb up through the branches of the tall tree. Oh boy. We actually have to move our person up the tree. Cool. The beehive hangs like a ripe fruit from the very highest branch. A huge number of bees dance in and out in a swarm. Do I have magic? I know one of them requires beeswax. I'm gonna get hurt doing this, but I got rations, it's okay. Yeah, you climb up into the branches. The bees are quick to attack. You cannot brush them away as your hands are clinging onto the tree, so you are stung on your arms, head, and neck. Looks nasty, the old man remarks. Let's keep going. But you aren't going to let some bee stop you. You climb higher, sustaining a few more stings before you reach the hive and knock it to the ground. Dropping quickly down again, you cut it open and remove a lump of wax, and enough honeycomb for one meal. You stash your finds into your pack. The light is fading. It's time to move on. Oh, the man cries suddenly. Do you want to hear me riddle? I heard it from the elvins. Alright. You gesture with a hand for him to speak. See him though he sees you not. A stinging beast in a box not left. To guard a key, it is his lot. To gull a witch of luck bereft. It is nonsense, clearly. You nod once, then turn your attention to the path again. See him though he sees you not, a stinging beast in a box not left. To guard a key, it is his lot. To gull a witch of luck bereft. This means to jail, right? To imprison. I don't know what that means. Alright, cool. We're gonna go the low path, but we're gonna actually eat something. We're gonna keep the honeycomb. Let's eat a meal. That gives us 1 stamina? Why did I think it gave us more? Let's have a second one. Okay. And let's go... Actually, we'll wait. We'll wait until next time, and we'll take the low path. I'm not going to go the high path. I don't want to get myself demolished yet. So, next time in Sorcery Part 1, we'll take the low path. Thank you for watching, and don't get stung. Avoid those bees. I'll see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.